Today we'll go over how to create and manage your templates. Before you begin reporting, the first step is to either create new templates or import existing ones. On the main lab screen, look to the left-hand side. You'll find the Templates tab. Click on it to open the template workspace. When you log in for the first time, you'll see a single default template, just to help you get started. The next step is to add your own templates. Let's go ahead and create your first one. On the right-hand side, click Create New Template. In this window, enter the name of your template. The template name is very important. It's what you'll say first when you begin dictating a study. Willy-ai uses your first few spoken words, typically within the first 10, to automatically select the correct template. Let's create an example template for an MRI of the abdomen. Once you've entered the name, click Add to create the template. Now, in this window, you can either upload a template from your computer or type it in manually. In this example, I already have an abdominal MRI template prepared. I'll simply paste it into the template content box. Your template may include the standard components of any radiology report: the name of the study technique, the clinical history or indication, any available comparison, and the findings. The template acts as the foundation for the algorithm to generate your structured report. In this example, all findings in the template are written as normal. When you dictate an abnormal finding, Willy-ai will automatically replace the relevant normal text in the correct section with your pathological findings. It will also generate a summary at the end, and if needed, add a discussion based on your instructions. It's important to understand that the algorithm follows not only the logical structure of the template, based on anatomy, but also its formatting. This means any formatting you apply in the template, such as underlined or styled headings, will be reflected in the final report. In other words, the template defines both the structure and the visual style of your output. You can also choose the font of your report to match your institution's preferences. This ensures that your generated report appears correctly when pasted into your RAS system. The next section is Template Instructions. This step is optional. Template instructions act as an extension of the prompt, allowing you to further personalize your structured report and guide how the template is generated according to your preferences. For example, you can add a simple instruction like, whenever fatty liver is described, include the phrase T1 out-of-phase signal drop consistent with fatty liver infiltration in the report. Another useful instruction could be, when generating the summary, always present the finding related to the main clinical question as the first point, whether it is normal or abnormal. Template instructions apply only to this specific template. They act as a prompt that helps the AI generate reports in a way that closely matches your personal reporting style. As you continue working, you can refine and update your template instructions at any time to better match your preferences. When you're done, make sure to click Save Changes. Now that we've created our first template, let's return to the lab and take a look at it. We always begin dictation by stating the type of study. For example, MRI of the abdomen, medical history, evaluation of a hepatic lesion. You can then continue with your findings. There is mild fatty liver. In segment 6, there is a T2 mildly hyperintense lesion measuring 23 mm with gradual centripetal enhancement consistent with hemangioma. Right lower pole renal cyst, measuring up to 4.5 centimeters with thin septations. No evidence of restricted diffusion or enhancement, consistent with Bosniak 2F. As you can see, the algorithm automatically selects the correct template. In this case, MRI of the abdomen. Now, click Generate. The report is created instantly using the font you previously selected. Here, Tahoma. Let's take a closer look, starting with the summary. As you may recall, we instructed the system to begin the summary with the finding most relevant to the clinical question. Accordingly, it starts with the 23 mm lesion in segment 6, consistent with a hemangioma. It also includes the Bosniak 2F lesion and mild hepatic steatosis. Now let's check whether the system followed the instruction to include the fatty liver description. As you can see, it did. The report includes T1 out-of-phase signal drop consistent with fatty liver infiltration. You can also see that the normal text was automatically replaced in the correct section with the updated finding. All other sections, such as bowel, vasculature, lymph nodes, and soft tissues, remain normal, as defined in the template. This is because they were not mentioned during the dictation. This concludes our section on creating your first template. Some key points to remember. Always use clear and unique template names so the system can accurately select the correct template when you begin dictation. Use template instructions creatively to guide the algorithm and adapt it to your personal reporting style. Upload as many templates as needed and continue refining both the templates and their instructions over time to further improve your reporting results.